Peace, family. So this is going to be 10 questions to ask yourself if you are single. These are questions towards self-knowledge. And I stress single because, if you're not single, you probably don't want to, you probably already know yourself, hopefully. And if you don't know yourself, then, just don't even, don't rock the boat, right? You don't want to find yourself being single again. But anyway, so this is 10 questions, let's say a single person came up with for other single people to ask themselves. So this is question 1. What do you want to give the world? What is your desired contribution on Ptah? So Ptah would be Earth. So if I could just briefly explain to you, what do you want to give this world? What do you want to give? What do you want to contribute? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. If you want to know more about yourself, that's the question that you want to ask yourself, right? Question 2, this is important. What do you want to receive from this world? What is your desired compensation from Ptah? Again, it's about giving and receiving. It's about complementarity. Again, know thyself, be thyself, complete thyself. There is an exchange. And in life, there's an exchange with you and this planet. Okay, you and this planet. What are you giving to this planet? What are you getting from this planet? And you have to understand, too, that the planet gives you everything, right? So far, until we go into space. And I'm going to write some sci-fi, so that's the only reason why I'm thinking of that. But until you go into space, everything that you have is from this earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you might see this wall behind me. You might see this picture. You might see this clothes on me. You might see everything here is the earth, right? So the question is, what am I giving? What am I receiving? I received everything already. What more do I want as I give? And that's one of the questions that you want to ask yourself, to know who you are. Know how you operate on this planet. But then the question becomes a little more, because again, you're single, right? So question 3 is, what do you want to give a partner? Right? What do you want to give a partner? What do you want to give a partner? And obviously, you already know, on the reciprocal end, what do you want to receive from a partner? You see? So you want to ask yourself these questions before you get into a relationship. Like, what do you want to give another person? What do you want to give them? And it's up to you. I don't even want to give you any suggestions. So you already know I don't want to give you. I don't want to give you that. But question 4 is, what do you want to receive from a partner? What is it that you need, in a sense? Or actually, I shouldn't even say that, because what's question 5? Do you have what you want to give the world? Okay? So you said you want to give the world something, right? Do you have what you want to give the world, and do you have what you want to give a partner? So whatever it is that you said you wanted to give, you say, in this world, I want to give this partner. Do you have that? Do you have that to give? So you already know now what you need to go about doing. You need to go about getting what you want to give, right? If it's something that you don't have. Now, if you already have it, you're halfway there, right? But then question number 6 is this: do you need what you want to receive from the world? Do you need what you want from a partner? Okay. Now, I probably should have told you to pause before you came into, because you probably gonna be like, oh shoot, I was thinking. So maybe I should tell you that. I can't tell you that now, but whatever. Do you need what you want to receive from this world? Do you need what you? So you're like, what I really need is this. Do you need that? Do you need that? This informs you on who you are. This informs you on who you are. So that's something that you have to consider. Now, here's question 7. This is actually a really interesting one too. Where, and this is a location, where do you feel you would most feel relaxed? Okay? Where do you feel you would most feel relaxed? Are you there? Why not, if not? And why there, if so? Okay? So if you want to sit back and ask yourself, where would I feel most relaxed? Where? What would that? And am I there? Am I there? Okay, am I there? This also informs you on who you are. Okay, and now question 8. This is interesting. What health practice most impresses you? So what health practice you see? Sometimes you see, like there's some things that people do, and you're just like, wow, that's pretty impressive, right? Is it a practice of yours? And if so, how long? If not, why not? Right? So, what impresses you as a practice? And if it's like what is it? What impresses you? What impresses you? And are you doing it? Are you doing it? You know, sometimes, because that's something you're gonna realize too. That sometimes people are like, you're gonna go into relationships where somebody is impressed with one thing, right? And like that's not even that's nothing to you. You know what I mean? That's nothing to you, right? Whereas, you know, like sometimes you wanna like you're gonna see that you wanna do something healthy, like according to what you like what you think is impressively healthy, right? With somebody else, you know. So, and I can give you some examples here because why not? Some people will say, I think veganism is impressive, right? Some people will say, I think, like a person like me, like someone would say, high intensity interval training is impressive. Somebody else might say fasting is impressive. Somebody might say detoxing is impressive. Somebody might say marathons, running marathons or the Ironman or whatever is impressive. All that to say that there's a different and I'm not saying that like maybe everybody might be like, yeah, Iron Man's impressive, but sometimes it's like I don't really care. Like me personally, it's like I don't care about no Iron Man. Like if you're doing all that, like yeah, it's impressive in a athletic sense, but if that's what you like for instance, I once dated a woman who was like, I play basketball all the time. Like I don't care for basketball. I mean, I watch some basketball. I mean, I know it's an athletic thing, but like I don't really care if you're playing basketball all day. To me, it's like I don't care. But in a sense, I think she would have been happier with if a dude was like, hey, let's go play basketball. Like apparently, maybe some ex before her, before me, would have played basketball with her like every day or something, or regularly, and that was something that I wasn't interested in. But that's one of the things that I think that we have to realize, right? Now here's question 9, right? So what role does a man have in a relationship, right? And if a man, have you fulfilled this in your last? And if a woman, was this fulfilled in your last? Why not, if not? Okay? So that right here is one of the questions that you want to ask yourself, when it comes to relationships and so on and so forth. And that question being, would you what do you think men should do in a relationship? And if you're a man, have you done that in your last relationship? And if you're a woman, was that fulfilled in your last relationship? That's something that you want to ask yourself. Mainly, in moving forward and trying to adjust your life accordingly, if that's not the case. And here's the last one, and you already know what it would be, which is question 10. What role does a woman have in a relationship? And if you're a woman, have you fulfilled this in your last? And if you're a man, was this fulfilled in your last? Why not, if not? And again, it's the same principle. Like, is that if you're a woman, have you fulfilled that role that you believe women should fulfill? And if you're a man, has a woman have the last woman you've been with, or you've been in a relationship with, fulfill that role? And those are the 10 questions that I think you should ask for knowledge of self. If you wanted to have more knowledge of self, obviously, and because I'm obviously an author, got to plug books. Here's the Book of Power. You can go to the speech called Know Biko, Know Thyself, Be Thyself, Complete Thyself, and that's going to be on page 286. It's going to be the key to all marriages, and I think I've actually read it already on YouTube, but you can read it yourself, and it goes over what I would call Uncle Johnson, which is just this idea of uh, Ankh, which is life, Uja, which is wealth, and Seneb being health. And those are the three important things that you want to pursue in terms of your knowledge of self as well. So definitely, if you can, if you want to support the author, if you want to support this kind of publication, if you want to support these kind of presentations, obviously, click subscribe, like, and all that stuff. But also get yourself a copy of the Book of Power. Write some reviews. I do like reviews. Um, it helps out a lot. It helps people. It helps people. Know that like the book is what it is. And outside of that, have a happy life to you single people. And I hope that you get your compliment, you get your relationships, because like everybody wants. Well, a lot of people want those kind of things, and you know, and look, if you know any sisters in Brooklyn that like authors, right? No, I'm joking. Not joking. But anyway, all right, let's talk another time. Or actually Africa, right? But all right, let's talk another time. Shemiam Hotep and Nitalia too.